Hi guys, it's
Lauren Daisy.
Welcome back to my channel. I don't know if you can tell, but it's Valentine's Day when I'm filming this. I don't think you're seeing it on Valentine's Day, but even so, sending you lots of love. Today we are doing the final, well, not the final part, but the last individual ranking of my Gossip Girl ranking all the love interests series. I also have a Pretty Little Lies one if you have not seen that yet, but we have ranked Serena, Dan, Blair, Chuck, Nate, Vanessa, and now we just have my queen, love of my life, Miss Jenny Humphrey, Jennifer Tallulah Humphrey, left. And after this video, that means that there is just the big ranking all the couples video left, and that's like, I think I'm at like 84 couples, guys. Like, it is a serious video. I know that you guys have been asking for it, so I'm super excited for that one. But yes, today we're going to rank Jenny's love interests. Now, she only has 6 love interests, actually, which I think is the lowest number for any of these videos I've done so far. But I still wanted to include her because I feel like, you know, sometimes she gets left out. And I love her. So any excuse to talk about Jenny Humphrey, I will take it. And I'm taking that right now. At number 6, I have Chuck. And I went on a whole rant about this in the Chuck version of this video, if you want to go and listen to that. But basically, I had to put them in here because the rules of these videos is that if they have flirted, kissed, hooked up, anything like that, then they get included as a love interest. For me to talk about. Now, obviously, I do not think that Jenny and Chuck were a good match. I think she deserves far, far better than Chuck and the way that he had treated her. So, yeah, this isn't even really a thing. I just mentioned him because I had to, because that's kind of the name of the game here. But obviously, he is number 6. He is absolute rock bottom. At number 5, I have Asha, and honestly, I'm getting the same vibes I did with my Alison De Laurentiis version of this video, where I was just so annoyed they never gave her anyone good, like, as a love interest, and I'm getting that same vibe again with Jenny, because Asha, are you shitting me? Like, Asha in, like, technically the top 5, like, are we serious?
Oh, Jenny, what are you doing?
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. This just isn't what we do.
But Asha was from season 2, and he was basically using Jenny as a cover for the fact that he was gay, and he was really horrible to her, absolutely horrible to Eric, who was the person that he was seeing at the time. And yeah, he was awful. Like, he was really, really awful. Did not like him at all. At number 4, I have Graham. Like, good lord, poor Jenny. She was just, it was just rough. It was rough after rough.
Graham Collins is the hottest guy on the Upper East Side.
So Graham Collins, I think he's called, was the person that Jenny really wanted to be her date to Cotillion. And she really wanted it to happen. And I think he was a nice guy. But then Eric basically forced him not to go with her by saying that he would say what happened between them at camp. So now this is 2 love interests that Jenny and Eric have shared. So, yeah, I think that was like what happened. Then he ended up not going with her, and she ended up going with Nate instead, which worked out for the best. But yeah, he like seemed fine, I guess. Like, he didn't seem horrible that I can remember. I might be remembering it wrong though. So that's why he's like above Asha, because Asha was an actual dickhead, and I feel like Graham, we literally saw him for this one episode. And even, to be fair, she wasn't really that into him. She just liked him because he was like really popular. And would have been like a good partner for her to take for Cotillion. So it wasn't really like mutual. But yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is slim pickings. It is absolutely slim for our girl Jenny. Now we're getting into the top 3. Okay, we're already at the top 3. This is going to be probably the shortest video I've ever made on my channel, because you know me. I like a ramble. I like a ramble and I like a rant. And I've made 9-hour videos on this channel, okay? But this may be the shortest one ever. So at number 3, I have Damien. And like the fact that Damien is number 3, and he's still a bit of a scumbag, and he's number 3. The way they failed my girl, the way they failed her.
Could skip the party.
And do what?
Damien was a weird one because at first it was obviously like, okay, he's like bad boy vibes, like this whole like drug thing, like she's too good for him. And then he actually seemed to have a bit of a change of heart, and it seemed like maybe he actually cared about her. Like when he, you know, told Serena that he didn't want to be with her, and he and Jenny kind of like actually started dating, I was like, okay, we're doing a bit of like the bad boy gone good boy kind of vibe here, maybe. And then he pressures her to have sex and ruined it because of course he did. But I did like that Jenny, you know, kind of stuck up for herself and said that she wanted it to be special, and he was just so horrible to her, saying like, oh, I knew you were just a kid, and like, that is icky, that is gross. If you are saying to somebody, I knew you were just a kid, or you like weren't mature enough for this, look at yourself, babes. Don't look at them, be looking at yourself, because what is that about? But I don't think Damien was even that much older. I think he was maybe like a year older than Jenny, because I think he's younger than Serena but older than Jenny, so like that he can't be more than a year older than her, because yeah, there's 2 years between Jenny and like the rest of the cast. So yeah, that was just a weird comment all around. But yeah, I think they had good moments and they actually had potential. Like I thought they made a cute couple, but then yeah, the fact that he pressured her and that all fizzled out from there, it was just like, why did you have to go ruin it? Ew, no. Because he seemed like a kind of nice guy. Like when we see him again after that, and there's the whole thing with Ben, and like he seemed like a genuine like guy until Serena kind of like messed with him. So I feel like maybe there was a potential for them to bring that side of his character back with Jenny, but then yeah, and then it went nowhere. At number 2, I have Wes, and you might be thinking to yourself, who the hell is Wes? And that would be fair. He was only in it for an episode, I think. I'm sure it was one episode in like season 3, but he seemed like a genuinely nice guy. And apparently for poor Jenny, that's all you need, is just to be decent in order to get into the number 2 spot on this list.
You want the top hat or the race car? What, do you want the shoe?
This isn't the same girl I used to see hanging out on the steps of the Met.
Yeah, well, people change.
He was someone from St. Jude's, I think, and they were working on like a science project together or something, which now I think about it's kind of weird because like they're completely separate schools, so like why would they work on something together? But anyway, but he seemed like a nice enough guy. We only saw him that once, and he seemed sweet, and actually seemed to care about her, but then we never saw him again, which was a shame. It seemed like, oh, they're actually giving Jenny like a nice love interest, and then they just kind of got rid of him. And number 1, this is not going to be a surprise to any of you that watch this channel. You know me, Jenny and Nate is my ship, okay? I'm ride or die for them. I love them, okay? Number 1, have the rose. Is that what the Bachelor's, like that's the Bachelor in it? Like, here's the rose. Jenny, give Nate the rose. Like,
So why do you care so much?
Because
I love them together. I thought they were so sweet. I thought they were so cute. I thought they had great chemistry, great compatibility. For me, I thought that was it. I thought that was it. I thought I'd found my end game. And to me, in my Delulu, they are end game. Okay? In my mind, they reconnect at Dan and Serena's wedding, and that is it. They are back together. Because I thought they were so cute. She was like the one love interest that truly, and maybe aside from Vanessa, but like just truly cared about Nate. Just truly cared about him. And just loved him, and he supported her with her like fashion, and he was so sweet and kind to her when like Blair was horrible to her and she kind of didn't fit in with anyone else, but Nate was still nice to her. And when they were together for those few episodes, like he was so protective and like caring for her, and yeah, just supported her and was there for her Gorilla Fashion show. That's one of my favorite episodes of all time. I love it. And the fact that he wrote this letter to her and then Vanessa stole it and like ruined their journey, I was just like, justice, okay? Justice for Jenny and Nate. And the fact that Nate ends up alone is like sad, but also like kind of good because then I can have my little Delulu. They reconnected. And yeah, I feel like it's a shame that Jenny didn't get a true love story. I mean, to be fair, I also don't mind it because I like when characters, their whole thing isn't about being in love. I liked that hers was more like family drama and like that insecurity thing and being the queen bee and the fashion. Like I liked that her storylines went more that way rather than love interest like Serena or like R.M. Montgomery. Like it's just love interest. Like that is all their story is. So I do kind of like actually that it wasn't that focused on love, but also I think Jenny is such a sad character. I'm not going to go on a whole rant about it because I have my Jenny Humphrey Deserves Better video. If you want to know all the tea, all my thoughts on Jenny, you can watch that video. Or like how Gossip Girl failed Jenny Humphrey, something like that. Because she deserved better. And she deserved someone that truly cared about her and loved her, even if it was just like a friend. And I feel like we had that in Eric and then we kind of lost it. And I just think she deserved the world. And you know what? She deserved Nate Archibald, okay? No one on that show deserved Nate Archibald. Nobody, apart from Jenny. So in my heart of hearts, time jump, they reconnected. So yeah, that is why I put him at the top. I think he was just genuinely kind and sweet to her and never did anything to hurt her, unlike the rest of the people on this list and pretty much everyone else in this show. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Please let me know in the comments. Do you agree with my rankings? I mean, there's not really anyone else you could put Jenny within the show, to be fair. Do you think she should have had another love interest, or do you like that she was not very romantically focused? Like, because I actually quite enjoy that. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought, and I will see you guys for the finale of this series where we rank every single Gossip Girl character. So that is not just the couples we've already spoken about, that is also the Lily and Rufus couples. We've got Georgina, like her couplings. We've got I can't even think of anyone. Gabriel and Poppy, like Isabel and whoever she was with, or like, you know what I mean? Like we are going Bart and Lily and whoever. We are going through every single couple that has ever graced that show. So yeah, I am excited and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.